the misuse and neglect of recording sex reveals a lost decade of corrupt data from institutions like the NHS.
Right, hello and welcome to the channel. Right, there's been, I had to block one guy. I don't like blocking people actually. I think generally what I do is if they're offensive, like calling me names or calling other people names, I block them. Right, so this cycling numpties. So what we've had is, let's see how it's going. Truck spotting. Cycling numpties. 146. 261. It's cycling numpties getting in the way again. And that one was a mad farmer at the Kelpies. That's 8,560. But so the cycling numpties had the usual comments. I mean, they're so full of shit, aren't they? I cycle to work. No, this guy's alright. I know exactly when there's traffic around me, as these clowns do. So I move out of the way to create minimal disruption. I'm only on the road for 6 minutes, but I don't hold up anyone. And I don't wear lycra wanker clothes. But these guys love their power trip through earth. Yeah, he's right. This guy's a twat. I'm a cyclist and I would probably not have ridden two abreast. But read your highway code, it's perfectly permissible. And I don't know about that. This is the problem. You get yourselves all excited when the highway code gives you, or the government, the Green Communist government gives you an idea that you've got more rights than you had before. And it turns out you don't. So I don't know if you are allowed to do that. Maybe in certain circumstances, but I'm pretty sure you're supposed to pull over if you're holding up the traffic. So in some circumstances you can go two abreast. In that situation, that was deliberate and it was for a lengthy period. And you were turning left as well and you still managed to stay in the way. Right, so this idiot says, Clive, also I would like to see you point out a place where you could legally pass with at least 1.5 metre gap. They're all going about this shit. Without going into chevrons. It's not illegal to go into chevrons. You know, Captain Kirk's not going to turn up and blow the vehicle out of the road because I went on a chevron. Fucking hell. Nice pass and a blind bend at the end also. Patience is everything. No, it wasn't a blind bend. I could see round the corner. So could the car. Right? Patience is everything. Well, not really. I mean, why should you go around holding up the traffic for no reason at all? Just because you're a bunch of twats. Clive. Twat. Right? What is he? Clive. PD. Pallet bench. Okay, they're weirdos, aren't they? Right? So this one. So let me get this straight. One person in a 4 or 5 person car taking up 10 times the space and you want more room. One person in a 4. That's like, what the hell's that got to do with the price of fish? One person. It's not really about, it's about, yeah, well, it's about being held up. What's that got to do with it? One person in a 4 or 5 person car. And you want more room. I don't want more room, I want room. I want to be able to drive along at the legal limit at least. And get on with my business. I want speed. I want to be able to go at the speed limit. In that case it would be 30 miles per hour or 40. One car you melt. Right. Shameless pedophile. Right, okay, let's leave that one. Make them spandex wearing morons pay road tax. Yeah, you're right. When you went past the roundabout, it turned out so you've just filmed yourself speeding. So this is 20 zones were introduced using a TTRO, an edict by the Scottish Government. They are not legal enforcement, they are not speed limits. Speed limits there, according to the highway code, is 30 miles per hour. You need to do some research. Been through this so many times. So he comes back. So the sign, the 20 sign on the lamppost and the giant painted sign on the floor mean nothing. Okay, buddy. Yeah, yes. They do mean nothing. Yes. Right, so this is annoying. Right, we're going on about this. I've been going on about this for years. Probably for the last, well, certainly the last couple of years. And nobody's been able to prove me wrong with this. And we are talking about Scotland, of course. Well, it's the Scottish government there, right? So, yes. So what he says. So the 20 signs on the lamppost and the giant painted sign on the floor mean nothing. Okay, buddy. Yes, exactly. This annoys me because it's when people aren't listening to you and are just repeating the same drivel. You know, they do mean nothing. There's no 20 speed limit in Scotland. There isn't. There is in Wales, but not in Scotland there isn't. In England there isn't either. That's under a civil matter. But we're talking about Scotland right now, right? Because that's where we are. That's where I am. I'm in Scotland. That's where the video was. Yes, exactly. Get used to the misuse of power. At least come to terms with it. 20 zones were introduced using a TTRO, an edict by the Scottish Government. They are not legally enforceable, are not speed limits. The speed limit there, according to Highway Code, is 30 miles per hour. I'm repeating myself here. If you don't accept what we are saying, then please point us in the direction of legislation that covers 20 zones. You won't, because you can't, because there isn't any legislation. We have covered this extensively on this channel, and nobody so far has proved us wrong. It isn't going to be you. The sign means nothing. As already mentioned above, go do some research or shut up. You know what, it sounds a bit rude what I'm being like here, but it's like, go and do, prove me wrong. Now come away repeating the same pish all the time. You know, I've said what the situation is. You've got to go and prove me wrong. If it was so easy, it would have been done a long time ago. But nobody can do it. There's a couple of times people have come round. You know, I've actually enlightened them, so to speak. Yeah. Right. So fuck it. Why are they so dumb? Right. Look at this fucking wanker. Right, why is the cyclist mad, or are you just an anti-cycling twat trying to get likes? You're getting blocked. Big deal, it wouldn't be the first time you're getting blocked. Yes, I heard you the first time, so where does it say that? You are. You could put a apostrophe in it, yeah. And they start doing that. Right, well, he's getting blocked for... Who cares about fucking spelling, you fucking arsehole? Yes, I heard you the first time. You're not you are. Well, how can you hear when you're typing? But you have answered my question in the affirmative. Teapot Dave. Teapot Dave! Look, nothing. So what a fucking arsehole, eh? Right, what we'll do is, he's called a twat, so we'll report, you know, just don't go on about it too much. So you just hide them from the channel. Is when okay, right? I mean, it's like, why would you go on? You know, why would you go on YouTube and just right? Traffic where? I mean, you kind of have to block people when they're, you know, when they're being like offensive like that. You know, caught. So, yeah, I've seen that John about the fly tipping. It's along Station Road and it seems to be along, I think what John's talking about here. Fly tipping outside Flynn, going towards the tip. Aye, just for the roundabout. I don't know if he means the other side of the roundabout, which is towards the tip, or I never noticed that. I drove that way today, but I didn't go down to the tip. Well, you know, it did, right, so that's because the Scottish Government has fucked about with the bloody recycling centre. So they charge like your businesses and trader type people. So, it's quite a lot of money, £300-400. They go down there with a pickup or a van or something, they're instantly recognised as being in the trade. So what are they going to do? They're just going to dump the shit in the verge. You know what? I wouldn't do that. I couldn't bring myself to do that, but I totally understand why they're doing it. They're doing it because of the government. You don't see them stopping producing shit. They still want us to get corporations rich, don't they? Hell, let's have a look. Nothing. Right. So, Right, just get fed up with people being dumb, you know. So maybe you might get a lot of views out of that cycling numpty video. Let's have a look, maybe not. Analytics. 269. Not really. Truck Spotting's had more views. Yeah. This one's doing quite well. Mad Farmer at the Kelpies. It's probably reached its peak now. 8,600. I think it's probably tailed out now. 2 views the last hour. What was it, the last 48 hours? 8,562. That was quite good. It was just lucky it went past me. You know, when I was going past the Kelpies.
Pickup truck.
This is the one we're talking about.
On the back, overtaking us in the outside lane. There we go, look at that. 5 bales. Doing 70 mile an hour.
Farmer.
Now we're in the outside lane, we have traffic coming to the inside here. And just don't Adam and Eve it. So they're going to let them over? No, I'm the fuck. What's this? What's that car? I wouldn't drive that fast if I had the bales on there. You see the strobes flapping around in the wind?
Right. So, on that note, let's get the... Come on.
I just don't believe it. There we go, look at that. 5 bales.
There it is. Take a wee picture of that. Right. Okay, let's go and check the fire. Well, that's called, if you want to watch that, it's called... Oh, that's the full video. Tattoo Convention, M9 Motorway, Slateford, Edinburgh, Scotland, UK. But there is the shorts, obviously. They're called Mad Farmer at the Kelpies. Mad Farmer doing 70 at the Kelpies. So go and have a look at them. There you go, you got a lovely fire. Yeah. So I'm going to get some more wood on it and then have another cup of tea and I'm going to go get some rest. Right, thanks for watching. Bye. Bye.